Hello everybody and welcome back to another custom doll video. It feels so good to finally be saying that. I know it has been a few weeks since our last custom. As some of you may know, my cat had an injury that has left me literally bedridden to watch over him and make sure he is properly healing because he is a very stubborn kitty, but also I want him to heal properly and be able to walk. He essentially tore like what the human version of an Achilles heel is, so he hasn't been able to walk and put any weight on his back left leg. He got surgery to get it fixed, and it was a whole nightmare. He had to have like 4 different casts. His toes got infected. Literally had a scare that he might have to be amputated. An absolute nightmare, but he is doing much better now as of me recording this. He's literally sleeping right beside me, being a good boy. And yeah, I just really hope everything goes well. He heals up nicely and I can finally get back to doing what I love, which is making custom dolls and sharing them with you guys. So, to get on with this video, we are making a custom doll of Miss Chappell Roan. Emma and I have been talking about making her for what feels like forever now, but we're finally getting around to doing it, and I'm very excited, so let's get started. Okay, so I have to start this video off by saying that originally when I was thinking about what to say during this video, I was going to say how Emma and I no longer, or, well, I'll just speak for myself, I don't really enjoy making dolls of real people anymore, especially celebrities, because you never know what could happen. Maybe 2 to 3 years down the line, they could do or say something extremely controversial, and then it, like, muddies the feeling of me liking that custom doll that we made. And we made an exception for Chappell because she has some really incredible looks and great music. So about by the time the hair was done for this doll, Chappell had posted her 2 TikToks, and I got them on my For You page, and when I watched them initially, I really didn't think anything of it, and then it wasn't until I kept scrolling that I realized people had very strong opinions on what she was saying in her TikToks, and I was like, oh, this is like a lot bigger than I thought it was. Like, honestly, like, I didn't even read the comments at first, and then I went back and read the comments, and I was very honestly kind of confused that a lot of people were very upset by what she said, and a lot of people seemed to think that that was her way of saying she didn't appreciate her fans and she wasn't thankful for what she was given and having such a big platform and this explosive music career basically overnight. Really, when I watched the video, what I took away from it was that people seem to forget that other people have boundaries when they are in a public space and have a huge presence online or, you know, in the world of being a celebrity or whatever. So I just really thought she was trying to say, like, treat celebrities how you would treat any other human that you see on the street, like a stranger. But obviously, if you admire someone and you go up to them, like, asking for a picture, an autograph, or whatever, that is, like, not what she's talking about. I feel like she's talking about people just being completely invasive and inappropriate, and people finding her family and where they live and going there. Like, that is pretty crazy behavior. That is beyond fan behavior. That is just stalker level. So I don't know why so many people were upset, and it's like some people felt called out when she wasn't really calling them out, to me at least. I mean, I could be mistaken. It just seems like she's very overwhelmed, and to, like, go from living a life of just making music as a fun hobby and it's like what you want your career to be, to the next day being able to perform with huge, insane crowds at festivals and other concerts. It's like, that's gotta be like such an impossible adjustment to your livelihood. I wouldn't even imagine what that would feel like. But yeah, we made this exception for Chappell, and I don't feel like what she said was really something that should have been controversial. I feel like you should just treat people like humans. I don't think you should go out of your way to stalk them. That's really a crazy thing to do to anybody. Yeah, but if it comes out down the line that she completely hates all of her fans, even the ones that are super loving to her and kind, then that would be a different story. But from what she has said so far, it really seems like that is not the case. So, with that being said, I'd like to continue with just talking about what I did for this face-up. So, let's do that. Also, because I was mid-yap sesh during the hair portion of this video, if you're gonna make a doll like this, definitely do not take out the braids before you do the face-up. Like, I didn't mess up her hair, but it was halfway through me painting this, I was like, why did I remove the braids? Like, I'm just risking them getting uncurled, her hair straight. What am I saying? But yeah, other than that, this doll just had a simple reroot, braided all the hair, boil washed it, ran it under cold water, and then I would say leave the braids in while you do the face up. I started off with a fully opaque coat of white acrylic paint, and now I'm just going in with my mechanical pencil to sketch on her face. The look that we're doing for this doll is based on her Stephen Colbert performance for Red Wine Supernova. Emma chose this before anybody says anything. Emma was the one who chose the look that we made because I was not going to ask her to make some crazy detailed outfit like this. I promise. I'm not exactly sure why, but the vibe I was getting from this look was very much like Lisa Frankenstein. So I wanted to just draw this face up more in my own style. This isn't like a Monster High factory repaint. And give her like a very solemn expression somewhat, and just go crazy and have a lot of fun with this makeup. I'm sketching out a couple details with my watercolor pencils first before I move on to my acrylic paint, and I will also go back in with my mechanical pencil. This makeup look is also very reminiscent of like clown customs I've done in the past, which I mean are always some of my favorite ones to do. I love doing clown makeup on dolls, and of course I'm not opposed to doing more of it. So Emma, if you want to make another clown doll, we totally should. I'm using a purple chalk pastel for her eyeshadow here. While I do like that it looks pretty realistic, I didn't like the pigment that I was getting with it, and I didn't want to have to like spray a million coats of MSC to get the pigment I wanted, so I just covered that up with acrylic paint later. But here I'm also adding some blush to her cheeks, going heavy on the pink blush because I love how it looks. After another spray of Mr. Super Clear, I'm ready to move on to my acrylic paints, starting off with her eyelashes. Then I went in with the same shade of red acrylic paint that I used for her scalp and filled in her eyebrows. While I don't think her eyebrows are actually this like dark red color, I just wanted it to match for the sake of the doll, and I thought it would look a lot cleaner. And because of all the chalk pastel I dusted on earlier, I needed to refill in the whites of her eyes because there was a little bit of purple and pink in there that I didn't want there, so yeah. Then I added a tiny little pink dot into the inner corners of her eyes. Now, this is my attempt at best matching her eye color to her real eyes. I was like staring at so many pictures, and then I like found like a Reddit article of people debating on what her eye color is. People are saying it's just light blue, people are saying it's gray. I don't know, okay? I just made it this very cool tone light blue that could possibly pass as a gray. It's as good as I'm gonna get. I don't know. And then I'm going over the watercolored pencil lips with acrylic paint in a bright red. I wanted to make her crease a little more defined, so I went over with a really dark purple acrylic paint, and then I kind of wanted to add a little more depth to her eyeshadow, so I went in with a slightly lighter purple acrylic paint and just started like placing it. I had no reference for this, I was just kind of doing it. And then for the rest of her eyeshadow, I went in with my light purple acrylic paint and just put that over all the remaining chalk pastel that was still visible. And now I'm finally filling in her pupils with some black acrylic paint after sketching little half circles with my mechanical pencil. And to finish off her eyes, I'm using a dotting tool and some white acrylic paint to add highlights. And now for my favorite part of her makeup look, her eyeshadow has a lot of glitter and shimmer in it. So I'm using some Dragonfly glaze that's like a purple to green color shift glitter, and I'm just putting that wherever I feel like, and it looks super beautiful when it is dry. I mean, look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. I have missed doing face-ups. I mean, seriously. I also I sketched on all of her arm tattoos with a mechanical pencil and then sealed it in with a Liquitex high gloss varnish. Yeah, that was very tricky. They are very, very tiny and very, very detailed. And so here I am now just getting way too excited and taking off the protective wrap I had over her hair because I needed to see if this hair survived the days of me painting this face without being in the braids. And I am very happy to say that it did in fact look absolutely gorgeous and curly, and I made sure to put hairspray in before and after doing this face up just to reinforce those curls. Also, I cut off the ears off of a G3 Toralize microphone and painted over that to match the microphone that Chappell has in the performance, and yeah, I just thought it was a little extra fun detail.
Hello everyone, it is Emma, and today I'm going to be making the outfit for everyone's favorite Midwest princess, Chappell Roan. When I saw Chappell wear this outfit on the Stephen Colbert show, my eyes grew hearts. I love this outfit, and I thought it was complex, but it would look so good on a doll, and we needed to make it. So, I will be showing the process of how I made this outfit, and I hope you guys enjoy. And let's get started. Starting off with the base of Draculaura. Right now she is unpainted because Morgan will be doing that in her part, which you probably already saw. We're going to leave her legs pink because she is wearing pink tights in her performance. Chappell wears three main pieces. She wears a corset, a bodysuit underneath the corset, and her cage. Starting with the bodysuit, I just drafted my own pattern for this, and then I'm going to add ruffles to the bottom, the butt, because that is what she has. I stared at a picture of her for like probably 10 minutes trying to figure out what the back looked like, and this is what I came up with. I ended up using this white glittery cotton for all of her pieces. but you will see later that it does not look like this. You'll see what I mean in a second. The base pieces of this were actually really easy to sew. It's when you start adding those accessories that it gets really tedious. Here's her base done. Now we are ready to start accessorizing. First we have these little tendrils that hang from her corset, so we are going to put those on, and then we're going to glue on sequins. Yes, I know I'm crazy. Yes, it did take me a long time, and yes, it was worth it. This took quite some time to do, but I think it looks amazing on, and it was 1000% worth it. Now while I start on her cage, we can talk about where Chappell came up with the idea for this outfit. Genesis Webb, Chappell's stylist, spoke in an interview for Vulture saying this is the first time that they had an actual budget for an outfit. This was also Chappell's first TV appearance. The inspiration for this look was actually from the movie Poor Things. The corset and bottoms that Chappell is wearing in this outfit are actually from around the 1910s to the 1930s and from a costume shop in LA called The Palace. This performance also took place on Valentine's Day, so of course they wanted to go for a more romantic, soft palette, and I think it turned out so cute, and I can say it turned out really cute on doll scale. Now back to the cage, we are adding boning. I had to think real long and hard on what to do for boning. At first I tried wire, did not work, do not recommend. And then I found these zip ties and they were exactly what I needed. And this is how the cages turned out. They are so freaking cute. And now I'm just going to gather them because they were a little big for my taste. And I attached them to a piece of ribbon and then they can be tied onto her, around her corset. And this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Literally. Alright, we're going on with more accessories. There cannot be too much glitter on this outfit. No. We need more sparkles, more glitter, more accessories. Adding some sequins to this area because this is what she actually has. And now we can get started on the bow, the last accessory. Chappell had these bows custom made by an independent artist. I will be including a link to her shop in the description below if you want to check her out. But I had to think really hard about how to do these on a doll scale and make them not look too oversized. So I added a ton of ribbon, but also not too much. And I spent like 3 hours sewing these all together. Kudos to this girl that makes these, because this took a long time to make and they are not as big as hers. With that, her final accessory is done. Now I just have to put it on her, and Chappell is complete.
Again, I just want to say I am super happy to be back to making customs, and there's still so many projects I want to work on, of course, and this Chappell doll is honestly one of my favorite dolls of the year so far, I think. I know I feel like I say that about every custom, but this one, the detail and the execution is incredible, and the outfit that Emma made is absolutely gorgeous. I had so much fun doing the face up, and I think the hair looks great.
I'm so happy with how this doll turned out. She is so stinking cute. I feel like every single doll that we do, we like one up the other one. It's crazy. The amount of detail that went into this doll is crazy, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Also, the song that Chappell sings, Red Wine Supernova, to this look is like one of my favorite Chappell Roan songs. So, thank you, Queen. I love that song. Keep making good music, and don't listen to the haters.
Thank you so much to Emmy Lisis, Christian, Sylphic Studios, Vinyl Bunny, Kate, Amanita Truffle, Maisie, Miss Chips, Marissa, Rue, Nori, Crystal Rose, Armand, Dark Lovely 87, The Craziest of Candy, The Jeffrey Man, Hound Dashi, and Nerdy Icy. Seriously, it means the world to me that you guys are willing to support us even through these times where I've been slightly less active, but I am hoping to get right back into the grind and continue to make really cool customs for you guys. And of course, if you're interested, our custom Chappell doll will be available in our shop very soon and available 24 hours earlier for Patreon members. And like always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Possibly share it with a friend if you want to get them into custom dolls or something along those lines. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!